Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I found another unusual museum, an ice museum. This is called Knowlton's Ice Museum of North America, and it's in Port Huron, which is an hour or two drive north of Detroit. I love seeing unusual types of museums, so come on in with me and I'll show you what they have here in this ice museum. And it's all about the ice industry from about 100 years ago or more. They have all sorts of tools used in cutting and transporting big chunks of ice. That's a small ice wagon. Here's some more saws and tools. And these shovels are not for raking leaves. Here's a collection of ice boxes. The ice would go in there, and then your supplies, like a refrigerator items, would go in there. My mother still calls refrigerators ice boxes. Here's an 18-wheeler for shipping ice. They've got a lot of ice promotional material here. Here's some more ice boxes. And I think this is for more long-term storage. Look at this, they've got an ice bucket collection. First ice bucket collection I've ever seen in my life. And here they've got a whole kitchen, dining room makeup with a stove, and showing how the ice box fits into everything. And this big ice crusher and bagger would put ice into paper bags. And this was still used back in the 1960s. And General Electric was one of the companies that pretty much put the icebox business out of business with these electric refrigeration units. This is some of the early refrigerators where they put the compressors on top of the box like that. Now they're just more integrated. This is a really nice icebox where you put your blocks of ice down in there, and then it cools the upper compartments. And this one you can actually see through to see what's in it. Here's a collection of milk bottles, and they have styrofoam in them to look like milk so that they're white. And then on this side it's a collection of empty milk bottles. And here is all sorts of things, trucks related to the ice industry. And previous to that were these horse-drawn ice wagons. There's a model of an ice mill, and there's an ice house where they store it. Back in those days you would see so many ice trucks on the roads like this. Wow, they have so many little model ice trucks and related equipment. Here's a collection of ice crushers. Pretty good sized units here. And of course they have a collection of ice picks and various manual crushing tools. Here they have some small manual ice crushers. And look what we have here. A real genuine ice truck. Well, it's not really an ice truck, it's a dairy truck that they would need a lot of ice for. Here's some vehicles that Mr. Knowlton owned. A 1951 Oldsmobile. And this is a 1940 LaSalle. It says here. And here, 1913 Ford Model T that he bought. And on the wall here is a collection of his license plates. And he had these personalized. Ice Guy. He just saved all of those plates. Here's another dairy truck. And on the wall here is a collection of ice picks and tongs. Here's a horse-drawn dairy truck. And let's see what's inside. Pretty much just bottles of milk. And here is an ice trader that's on sleigh wheels. Looks like it's ice in there. It's bubble wrap and covered with all these tools, ice tools. And here is an actual ice truck in really good restored condition. And it was built by Ford to be an ice truck. Here's an open air ice truck. All sorts of ice company signs. And here is another horse-drawn ice wagon. That's what they have in front of it. It's from 1900. That's the back end of it. And here's some ice boxes that are about 7 feet high. Huge ones. Here's a lot more ice tools. And these were used to cut the ice when they would go up onto frozen lakes and cut the ice. And here's several machines that was used for ice harvesting. This picture shows how it was used. Here's an ice saw that was used on lakes and rivers to harvest the ice. And in addition to all the ice equipment, somebody in his family was really into collecting dolls. And some of them are celebrity dolls. That must be one. And here's a bunch more on this side of the room. Shirley Temple collection. And this must be a pretty valuable collection. Maybe his daughter or his wife collected these. I never knew dolls needed glasses. Here's another horse-drawn ice wagon. And this one did both ice and coal. And they got a couple more horse-drawn ice wagons. And of course you want to use ice that is pure. I think it's a pretty amazing collection. Well, folks, I have to admit I had never heard of an ice museum until I saw this on the internet. Quite an amazing collection. You might want to stop and see it if you get up into this part of Michigan. Good day, folks.